put that part out there.
Let's see what happens. I wanted to ask, do you want to either watch the door or close the door? Is it still open?
I can see the door from here, so.
Okay, because soon we would just close it, but I'll let you be in charge. Okay, evening of upliftment on September 24th in 2016. Best or good enough? Best or good enough? Doing one's best or good enough? Is the best good enough? Is the good enough the best? Best or good enough? One wonders about the word or, saying one or the other, when mostly, usually, it's an and. It's the best and it's good enough. Good enough is the best. Enough is good. Enough is the best. We ask ourselves, are we doing the best that we can at any given moment? Is that good enough? Is what we consider good enough really the best that we can do? And in much of the forgiveness work, we use the phrase, they did the best they could, or I did the best that I could, or I did the best with what I had, with all the tools and support that I had in that moment. And in the 4 agreements, he says, always do our best. Not perfectly, but perfectly human. Doing it perfectly who you are. And the perfection of who you are and how Spirit expresses through you can only be your best at any given moment. And whatever is limiting or blocking what one would consider their best, or what another might judge as, they're not doing their best. Those limitations or blocks are what come up to be healed. And by healed, it's about being brought in, being integrated, being made whole. And in that wholeness lies our perfection, lies the best of us. And in the limited places, the places where we come up to limitations, that's also our best. That's also our perfection. In the container that it's in at that time, it is the best that can be done. So best and good in this way are not words of comparison with any other or with any other time in is simply a way of describing, are we in alignment with no blockage and Spirit coming through and we're feeling Spirit-led? Or it's something, some thought, some limiting belief in our way, and judging that and calling it not our best. So the best happens in all ways, always. And when one shifts their filter to seeing things in the best light, we draw that forth in each other. And we share that with each other, and we speak of that as we speak of another. We speak of our experience of them doing the best that they could in that moment, and how appreciative we are of that. Should I change? Should I change direction? Should I change direction in my career? Should I change direction in my career? One could change the word should to the word could, and you can hear how should has shaming possibilities, and could is simply filled with possibilities. Could I? Could I? Could I? Could I change? How could I change? In what ways could I change? Change is always happening. It is said that the only constant is change. There's constantly change. We are always changing. And do we direct the change? Are we co-directing? Are we co-designing? Are we co-creating the change in our life? Or are we feeling as though it happens to us? And do we agree to flow with it or not? Could I change the direction? Could I change the direction? Certainly. Certainly. Yeah. Could I change? Yes. Could I change the direction? Yes. How many times will I change? How much change will I feel? How will I know when I feel Spirit-led? Is this really a question about purpose? How will I know when I have found my life's purpose, even for this moment, even for this time, right here and right now? Could I change the direction of my career? The question begs, do you want to? would you want to change direction in your career? What is it that's motivating you to change? What's happening in this moment right here and right now? Is there something that you're feeling drawn to, that you're moving toward, that you really want, that you have set your emotional, energetic, spiritual sights on, and you're bringing it in, and you so welcome that? Well, yeah, step into it. Go for it. Be it. It's only a breath away. And if the motivation is more based on should, it's should is not only a shaming word, but it seems to be futuring it and wondering what will happen, how will I know if it's going to work out? And maybe it has to do with the others in our life, others in a book, others in the dominant culture, others in our field, others who we respect who are mentors, others, lots of others. If they are others that we are aligned with and that we feel ourselves working with, and we feel the unity with them, that we can take in as part of our alignment. If the others we are not feeling aligned with, and it creates doubt and confusion and questioning and dissonance, it's okay. Sometimes those feelings, those words, lead us to our piece of the truth. It's how we feel about them. Is that confusion or doubt rising up with more questions and more openings and more doors, more windows to look through? Or is it simply saying, oh no, you can only go this way? So it becomes a question of discernment. How do we discern between all these choices that we have? Could I go? Could I stay? If I went, what other career would I choose? If I went to my same career, what's opening up for me? If I stay where I am, what is opening up for me? Because something is always opening up for you. Right here and right now with each of you, something is opening up, being recognized, being discovered. And when we sit in awe of that, we're right where we need to be. And as we sit in awe of that, and we smile, and we expand, and it simply feels good to think those thoughts, and to be in that experience, and to imagine what could come, and to feel the excitement about it. Those are all indicators to jump right in. And if instead with these options we feel the anticipation, but more like anxiety and more like fear, that our body feels the same, sweaty palms and shaky voice and all these different ways that our body displays anxiety or anticipation, feel the same in our body. It's our beliefs and our mind and our spirit that's interpreting that for us. So if we're interpreting it as an anxiety and a doubt and we're not sure, sit with it. Sit with it longer. Observe it. Smile at it. And what rises to the surface is what we really know to be best for us in that moment. And either the anxiety stills and it turns into this anticipation and excitement, and we feel it differently in our body. Or that anxiety will become warning bells that says, no, you're not ready to go through door number 2 or 3. Stay where you are. Look within and see what arises. And even that is change. And celebrate the awesomeness of the awareness of change. So, should I change direction in my career? Only if you want to. Only if it brings you joy. And remember to ask, could I? And the answer is always yes, you could. Do I want to? Would I? How would it be? What else is possible?